Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here a lot. And if you're returning to first, thanks for being here. You're amazing, and you know I got much love for you. I'm glad you are here. Today we're going to be talking about how to avoid job scams in Canada. So we know that there are lots of scams from whichever country you are from. There are different ways people try to scam people of their hard-earned money, but the one that is very prevalent here is are two types of scams, and the first that I know and the first is job scam. Also, I'll say three. The first is job scam, the second is credit card scam, and the third is identity fraud. Those are like the three major scams I know about here. I don't, if you know of any more, please share in the comment section. But I know of those three: identity fraud, job scams, and credit card scams. And sometimes job scams is linked to credit card scams. So identity fraud, anyone can fall prey to identity fraud. Whether you've been here for donkey years or you've been here for just one day, anyone can fall prey to identity fraud. But most people that fall prey to job scams and credit card scams are, the new immigrants that are not so, conversant with the way things work in Canada, and so they are the ones that fall prey to this the most. But identity fraud, anyone can be a victim of identity fraud. So like I said, I'll be focusing on job scams. So when it comes to jobs in Canada, there are like set out way, there are structures, there are things you should expect for you to get a job, and that is why new immigrants are the ones falling for these scams. Because as you are here, like a new person, a new immigrant, you are here, you want to start earning the money, you want to get a job, and you want to start earning. Of course, the bills are not saying we'll wait until you get a job. The bills are not saying don't worry, we are here until you are ready. The bills, start rolling in the moment you come into the country, and of course, you want to get a job and be able to have the ability, have the capability, and the means by which you can pay your bills. So I know you want to get a job and all that, and I was almost scammed myself, like a job scam. I'll link the video on somewhere on the screen. I'll also put it in the link to that video in the description box. You should check it out. I was almost scammed myself. So this is coming to you from someone that had like a first-hand experience. I was almost scammed myself, and I'll also be sharing some of the things you should watch out for, so that you can avoid job scams. So the first thing you should look out for is, there are some so for me, then when we just came, I was just putting my resume. Of course, this girl wants to get a job. This girl wants to get a job. So I was just, anywhere that I see there's a job opening, I upload my resume everywhere, upload my resume everywhere, upload my resume. And so I was not so surprised when I saw somebody that contacted me to say, okay, so we saw your resume somewhere. I don't even, if the person had mentioned anywhere, even if I had not dropped my resume there, I would have said yes. Because not because I wanted to lie, but because I had dropped my resume in so many places. I was not keeping track of where I was leaving my resume, and that is one thing you don't want to do, because you want to be able to, maybe not but keep track, so that when an offer comes, when somebody contacts you, you are able to say for sure, yes, I have applied to this company, or I haven't. So the first thing you should watch out for is offers of job without an interview, without you didn't have an interview, you were not invited to have, whether it is even a chat, whether it is even nothing, there was no like interview, or maybe you didn't even apply to them. Well, sometimes you get people that chat you up to say, oh, we saw your resume somewhere, are you interested in this job? But this set of people will not ask you if you're interested. They will say they are offering you a job. So something you should look out for is, first, did I apply to this place? And if I did not apply, what are they saying? If they are saying they are offering you a job, like you have an offer letter, you did not do interview, you did not apply, you should be careful. Because an offer of a job, the first thing before you get an offer of a job is, I'm on my second job right now in Canada, and of course the first and the second job followed a process, and the first process is you get an invitation to come for an interview. You need to be interviewed. Does the interviewer, how does the HR of the company, how does the people that you want to go work with know that you are able to work with them if they are not interviewing you? How do they know? Where did they your resume is not Your resume is not enough to tell them everything they need to know about you. They need to also be able to, they should be able to schedule a time where they have a conversation with you, just to confirm, some basic things. Can this person communicate with us? Can this person communicate with our customers? Is this person, if interview is just, apart from asking you about the job and all that, they should be also interview you just to see this person. This person that we are seeing the resume, is it a person or is it a ghost? So an interview is like the first stage, the first, step an employer will take before they can offer you a job. So if somebody is offering you a job, you didn't go for an interview, you didn't do anything of such, or you didn't even apply, to the job, then you should take a pause to say, calm down, hold up, is this a job scam? Are you trying to scam me of my hard-earned money? And the sad thing about this thing is I'm trying to get a job so I can pay my bills. The little I even have, you're trying to steal it, you're trying to rob me of my money. So you should, check, like, take a step, take a pause. When you get an offer without an interview, without you applying, you should take a pause to confirm, is this real? Most times, if you get to ask that question, is this real? Most times it is not real. If you get an offer before an interview or anything, most times it is they want to scam you on you. So the next thing you should look out for is the means by which they are conducting the interview. So if they actually want to conduct an interview, they actually want to interview you to get this job, how are they conducting the interview? So in my case, even though at that time I was seeing it as thank God. You know why I said thank God? Because I've had to, do Zoom, Teams kind of interviews, in like lots of those in that around that time, and I was just tired of, the nervousness, the fear, the anxiety that comes with, the face-to-face interview, talking directly to people. And when they told me that the means by which they were going to interview me was through Telegram chats, your girl was happy. Your girl was really excited. I was like, bring it on. I am here for it. I can do this. And there, of course, with Telegram interviews, I can respond when I want. Yeah, I can respond when I want. I have the time to think the question through, think, type, erase, I have the privilege to take my time with my responses. What if I was doing something else and I did not see? What if I say I did not see your message, or when I saw it I was doing something, and this is just now that I can, So I feel like I had the liberty, I had the freedom to respond when I want, and to be really articulated in my response. But guys, that was a scam. Yeah, it is very, very rare that the means by which a company that would be really that will be able to offer anyone a job, that kind of company at least should be able to do a Zoom call with you, do like a Teams, even if it's not a video call, maybe okay, they are saying, okay, come to our location, come do a physical interview. They should have, where will you be doing the work? They don't have office, they can't do Zoom meeting. That company, you should be wary, you should be careful. So the means by which they want to do the interview is also something you should watch out for. When people are saying, when you get a company that says, most times it's not a company, right? When you get a job offer, when you get an interview request, and it is we'll be having this on Telegram, or we'll be having this on on WhatsApp. Most times the Zoom call, or you come to the now that COVID time is over, glory to God, you come to the office physically for the they schedule you to come in to have a physical interview, or Zoom call at least. But if it is through Telegram, through WhatsApp, please be careful, because those things you can, to an extent, you can't trace whoever it is. You can't trace it. You can't, and that is the essence. They are trying to, those contacts they want to have with the person they want to scam. They are trying to limit it to such that, to ones that, when the scam eventually is successful, you won't be able to trace them to say this is a person or this. And most times they use Telegram, because for Telegram I'm still using my Nigerian number on my Telegram, and I can't even, I don't even know the number. Like, it's very, very difficult to trace such things. So they want to limit how much you can trace them. If the scam goes through, at the end of the day, they want to limit to the barest minimum how much you can trace. This is another thing. So for me, it was clear. it was clear what I was going to be doing. It was a customer service role, right? But there are some offers that you won't know what you are going to be doing, but the pay would be mouth watering. The pay would so imagine, like, and most times they'll say, yeah, most times it is a work from home job. You'll be working from home, and they will say things like you have flexible time. The job description is always, it's always very, maybe will I say confused? No, it's always vague. You are not sure what you are going to be doing. You'll be working from home. It's not like when you say, like, okay, real job description, you will say, okay, this is what I'm expected to be doing. These ones, they don't have like a clear cut what you are going to be doing. Or most times, maybe, for example, customer service role, it's clear, right? But the pay does not correlate with the job, what you are going to be earning compared to what you are looking at, what you are supposed to be doing, and you're looking at what you are going to be earning. It's like you are doing, that prayer we used to pray in Nigeria. That is the kind of, their job description. It is always, you do very minimal. They can say you work 9 to 2 and you be earning maybe $45 per hour, $30 per hour, $35 per hour. You'll be doing, this minimal thing. And of course, some of us want to rush for those kind of things. Who wants to do all the work and get more money? So that's another way, like, they used to grab people, like small, minimal thing. You don't have to stress yourself. Your time, your work hours is flexible. And all those things. You should watch out and that's why you should check. Glassdoor is a good place to check, to compare salaries, to see, okay, so this is the job offer I'm getting, this is how much they want to pay me, what is the industry paying, what is, people that are working in that kind of job roles, what are they earning? Because job roles and what they earn, at the end of the day, when you check Glassdoor, you can have an idea of, okay, so this is a range. So if the range is like far away, like this one is over high, like extra high, then you should be careful, because that might just be somebody trying to scam you of your POF that you're trying to use to pay your bills. Another thing you should watch out for, guys, is spelling errors in job offer letters. So for most companies, they have a standard, like they ensure that whatever communication is coming out from their company, whatever communication is coming from their company is actually well worded, and there's hardly that offer letter you see that from a correct company that will have spelling errors. But when you start seeing spelling errors in your offer letter, especially if it's an offer letter from somebody you've never met, you did not do interview, you did not, all these things are also there, the pay is very high, you should also be careful of such, job offer letters. If there are spelling errors, it is red alert. That alert should be doing pam 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 pam, because that is a red flag. And one other thing is, for this kind of job, you always get the job. Even if your responses, even respond, try and, for example, it's a Telegram interview, respond rubbish responses. Give response. They will be asking you questions. In my own case, the interview we had was on Telegram. They were asking me questions, I was answering. They will ask, okay, so now you have moved to the second level of the interview. In Telegram, you see in Telegram that we did first level, in Telegram that we did second level. After the second level, you now say I have passed. You always get the job. And I know, of course, you are like, okay, I'm having this interview. The aim is to get the job, right? But this is also something you should watch out for. You always get the job, and the next thing they want to tell you after you get the job is that, because it's a work from home role, right? You need to have some appliances that will be sent to you. You need to have some things that you'll be buying to use. As of course, you need your computer. You need, maybe, for example, for some people, for some kind of jobs, you might need a printer. You might need keyboard, mouse, all those things. And what they tell you after you, like, most definitely you will pass. After you definitely pass the interview, the next thing they will tell you is they want to send you some money to buy equipment, because what's the scam? What's the scam if they're not getting money out of you, right? So they'll tell you they want to send you equipment. Most times this is the way it goes. They want to send you some things. they want you to buy some things, and they want to send you money to buy those things. So for me, when I got to this point and they were telling me they want to send me money to buy things, I was like, okay, why are you not buying those things and sending to me? Because sorry, I don't like stress in my life. Because if I'm the one to buy it, that means I'll have to go through, maybe I want to go and check Amazon, I want to go and check all these stores, maybe do a physical walk around, checking for equipment and all that. Why are you not buying these things and send? You're a company, right? You should have these things, you should have like a vendor that you just get these things from. I'll give you my address and you send to me, right? But they said no, that's not the way they work. They want to trace those. They want to be able to trace that, okay, so this equipment, we bought it for this person, and that's why they will send me the money so that they can trace. And I was like, okay, so for companies that I know that do work from home, they usually have these things. They just send, once you resign from their job, you send it back to them. So you should always have something, an equipment that somebody that resigned, as returned. But that's just the way it goes. It will get to a point they will have to send you money for you to buy equipment. And they will start asking you questions like, okay, so what's your credit limit, so that they will know how much they can send you, so that they will know how much you can access. So when it gets to that point, definitely definitely you should know. At that point, don't be too desperate to say it might still be right, it might still be correct, they might still be genuine. When it gets to the point where they tell you we want to send you money to buy equipment, please run away. Or maybe you might want to play a bit, right? But once it gets to the point where they tell you they'll be sending you money to buy equipment, I have seen people that did work from home, like different people. My husband was working from home at some point, and I know that companies never send you money for you to buy equipment that you will use to do their work. They send you equipment, like they send it to you. They box it up and send to your address. And once you resign from their company, on that box there's always a return shipping label that you use to return their items once you are done with the company, once you resign. No company will tell you, no genuine company. No, there are scam companies that will tell you that, but no genuine company will tell you that they will send you money for you to buy the equipment that you'll be using to work with them. So when it gets to that point, run, oh, run, oh. This is another thing you should look out for. So for this kind of job scams, there are companies, if you check on the website, you might find something about them, but there's hardly like a company email or a contact number to be able to, like there's hardly that person you can say, okay, so I got this number and I want to call to confirm whatever. And sometimes they even go as far as use real company's name as the name of the company that they are trying to recruit for. But when you check the email address that is maybe communicating with you, or the email address on such phony websites, so when you click email addresses, it shows you like the complete email address. You see that it is not the domain of the company that they claim to be working for. So check email addresses, check if there are contact numbers. All these are pointers to know whether you are all these are pointers to know whether you are falling for a job scam or not. When it comes to identity fraud, something you should be very, very careful of is where you share your SIN, your social insurance number. With this is the only thing, I think most times this is the only thing. And maybe your SIN is what fraudsters need to steal your identity. Most times that is all is needed. And before you know it, you will hear that somebody has taken a loan with your social insurance number. And these are happening. This can happen to anybody. So once you get your social insurance number, you want to be very, very careful with how you keep them, where you share them. Of course, when you get a job, like when you get an offer from a genuine companies, will ask for your SIN, because they sometimes use it to do background check, to do some checks. So and they want to know, have more information about this person they are employing. So before you can share your SIN, ensure that you are giving a genuine company, a genuine person. The banks will ask, your SIN is not something you just share or keep, be careless about. There are places where you need to share and ensure that it is just those places. The job, yeah, your company will ask when you have gotten to the point where you have gotten the job, you are sure, yeah, you have made the inquiries, you are sure this job is a real job. The banks will be asked when you're opening accounts, when you're doing all those things, and so apart from those places, you really need to be careful where you share your SIN, how you leave it, how you protect it. It is, and they will even tell you when you are getting it. This needs to be protected and all that. So your SIN is a very, very big tool that fraudsters use to do identity fraud. And for credit card, I said I was going to touch a bit about credit card scams too. So most time, job scams are linked to credit card scams in the sense that when these scammers tell you they want to send you money, most times they want to know your limit on your credit card. They want to and that is what will help them to send you money. So let me explain how this works. So for example, you come into the country and your credit card limit is say $4,000, and then they say, okay, so they'll send you $4,000, you withdraw the money or you send it to this person. Because your credit card, right, is you have that limit of $4,000. It looks like, I don't know how they do it, but it looks like when they say they send the money, it looks like the money comes. Or I think sometimes they deposit a check. It's just they deposit a check that looks like, okay, so there's some money, which most times we will never clear. The money will not clear, but they start putting you under pressure to say, okay, so the person is waiting for you to send the money and all that. And because you have your credit card limit is there, is like the money is there on your credit card, so you say you will wire the money, like use your credit card to send the money, and then before you know it, your credit card, your balance on your credit card is gone, and the check that was supposed to clear to help you net off the transfer you have done is also gone. These are just a few things to look out for. Have ever been like if you have ever experienced job scams, identity fraud, or maybe someone have experienced, I would like that you share your experience or that person's experience, if you don't mind, in the comment section. We want to learn from you. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you got something from watching this video. I hope you enjoy watching. In case you know someone that will benefit from watching this video, don't hesitate to click on the share button. Thank you guys. Until we see you in the next video, have a beautiful life. Bye guys.